Hi everyone, it's Val Klein and you're watching the season 1 finale review. Season 1 episode 22, Devil's Trap. If you are new here, I'm doing like a recap and review of every single episode of Supernatural. So this was the season 1 finale. Let's get into it. If you watched my last video, I was saying how I didn't remember a lot of things about the finale. Like this is the one finale I didn't remember a lot. But as I was watching it, things started coming to my brain. And where this episode ends, which we'll talk about, it like ends at such a cliffhanger. And then the first episode in season 2, which we haven't talked about yet, haven't rewatched yet, we'll do that the next video. It kind of leads into that episode, the finale. So it is kind of, that's what I was kind of unsure of, like what happened when, what happened what. So I remembered that Meg had an exorcism. And that's what it started out with. Wait, oh my God, this is such an important point. So everyone knows Sam and Dean. They've been in every single season, every single episode, I think so. Yeah, Sam and Dean are the only people who've been in every single episode. But there's one other character that's been in every single season. He's the only character to be in every single season. And through all 15 seasons, they found a way for this character to show up, even if it's just one episode in every single season. And that is Bobby. And I knew that fact, but I had forgot it when I was rewatching Supernatural now. So if I had remembered that fact, I would have been like, where is Bobby? Like, doesn't he come at least for one episode? Because at the beginning of this episode, they go to Bobby. And I totally forgot that he's supposed to be in season 1. He was in the finale, but he was still in season 1. So he is a character. So anyway, Bobby was there. I'm trying to think, why did they bring Bobby in? And I think they just like needed another character for what they were talking about with the finale. And then maybe, you know, Bobby is based off Robert Singer. So I think they wanted to like keep that going. And so I think they also kind of liked how they wrote the character. And they were like, oh, this is potential, we can bring him back. I think he was probably kind of in the beginning of season 2. I don't know. So you know, he was there, he's around. Anyway, but first episode with Bobby, he was there. And so that's why I remember a Meg exorcism, and then that happened. So it was like at the beginning of the episode. And so it was weird because at first Bobby's like, there's still a little girl, not a little girl, but there's still a woman in there. And that, you know, you can't kill her, you gotta do the exorcism. But then he later on was like, oh no, you're gonna actually kill her with the exorcism. When it's like, didn't you already know beforehand that she like fell from a rooftop? Like, you know, so it's just kind of like weird that then he brought up later. And also it's kind of crazy when they're like trying to save this person because, you know, if you watch the later seasons, they just keep stabbing people and not caring about the Bobbies. So it's just like, anyway, they perform the exorcism. The girl that Meg possessed is kind of still alive. So they were able to get some answers for her. So then they go look for their dad. And I actually loved when they dressed up as firefighters, and I had no idea what episode it was. And it was this episode. So I always love when they dress up as different things. Save their dad. And this is what I remembered, but totally forgot when I was like thinking about the finale before watching the finale, was that the demon actually possesses their dad. So we see that the demon possesses the dad. They're face to face with it, but it's also like the demon is possessing their dad. And it's something where like in these, it's such a villain thing. In every single movie or TV shows, they go on and talking, like he was doing with Sam and Dean. And that's why that's why in the end, he was able to kill them right then because he's just talking. And then other things happen. And so he brought up like Sam being like a psychic and trying to move things. I actually, how did he move? I think he was just able to move from his grasp and then get the gun. And so Sam was really smart, like, let me shoot the leg, like, because that won't kill our dad if he gets shot in the leg, but maybe it will hurt the demon or kill the demon. But in the end, it was just like kind of hurt the demon. So he's on the floor and he's like, you gotta shoot him. You gotta shoot him. You gotta shoot me, I guess he was saying it, Sam, and Sam's like, he can't do it. That's another thing I should bring up is how Dean knew that the demon took their dad, because he's like, Dad would never be proud of me. he would be mad that I wasted a bullet. And that's so true, and it's so crazy that like you kind of know these things about your parents, but that's like how he knew that was in his dad. And so it's kind of crazy, like all that. Yeah, and they were able to like get away. It's easy. So that's kind of, it was something that like needed to happen. It was like everything leading up to it. So it's not like they're just coming face to face with the demon. They're literally, the demon possesses their dad. So anyway, the demon kind of gets away, and then they try to leave and go to the hospital, and then it has that ending where they get hit by a car or a truck. They got hit by a truck while they're in the car. So it's kind of like such like a cliffhanger ending, because you're like, how are any of them gonna survive this? But obviously at this moment they know season 2 is gonna happen. And so it's kind of interesting because a lot of times for shows they'll wrap up with one demon or one villain in a season. So it's kind of crazy that they weren't able to stop the demon in this episode, and then like something happened where they get hit by a truck, and then like, but it's crazy like that cliffhanger, that ending, and they still didn't stop the demon. And that's kind of something we still deal with in season 2. But I don't want to give it away kind of what happens with these characters and everything. But it's such a cliffhanger. It's such a crazy ending. And, you know, we talk about serial versus episodic, and this is very serialized. This was the finale. They're coming face to face with the demon. They're trying to stop things, and they're losing. They're losing. I mean, you can kind of take it as a win that they didn't die from the demon, but the demon got away, so they lost that way. And they were all very, very injured. Like, they already, like, Dean was not looking good himself. Their dad was trying to, like, also Sam was not looking good. Like, his eye was kind of, like, bulged and stuff. So they're losing, and then they get hit by a truck. So they definitely lost. They were the lose Chesters, not the Winchesters in that moment. So anyway, that was the villain and everything. And I guess we also talk a lot about saving the girl, and somehow this episode still had that saving the girl aspect with the whole Meg thing. So annoying. Like, I feel like it wasn't too much as some episodes, because also those episodes, it's like the entire episode, and this is only like a little bit part of the episode. But the fact that there is like saving the girl, we gotta save this girl, it's inside Meg. Like, no you don't. That's so, no you don't. It's just annoying, and as a woman it makes us not like it. I don't know why. Why do men feel like they need to save women? It makes us look weak. It doesn't make you look strong, it makes us look weak. Crazy finale really leads things up to season 2, because you're like, what is gonna happen? What is gonna change? And obviously, big change that I'm not gonna reveal now. But I kind of forgot half of what happens in the first episode. Like, I understand where Dean's at, but like where the demon, everything, I don't know. But we're gonna do a review then. So comment below your thoughts about, you know, the finale, and maybe I'll talk a little bit overall about season 1. But season 1 was kind of just a way where, also I feel like a lot of times in TV shows, they don't take a lot of risks in season 1. They kind of play it safe because they're still new. They want to get picked up again. You know, they don't want to get canceled. You know, they want it to, you know, sell or whatever. So there isn't a lot of risk being taken this season. They kind of just had a this is how the episodes are going to go, and they stuck by it. And those episodes were actually very, very successful. The episodic kind of like to structure it. It was like a show where you could really see like the brotherly bond, like how they came to be, what they're doing. And overall, it's, you know, really great show. People who watch want to watch more. So that's kind of season 1. Talk about it. You know, if we look at the monsters, majority of them were ghosts, but we were still introduced to a lot of different types of monsters. And every single episode with monsters, even if it was kind of a ghost again, we saw them in a different way. We saw it still very interesting. The writers did their research. We do see probably more than half the episodes, it's about saving the girl. The girl looks weak, the guys look strong, or, you know, supposed to look strong, but in the end, it doesn't. Yes, the guys look strong when it happens, but in the end, it has this effect where the guys, it's always about saving the girl. Always need to be saving the girl, and also like called a love interest, and you can kind of see that really the show is just about these two brothers, and their dad is there, but a lot of times the dad kind of gets in the way of the story, and which is probably why what they do at the beginning of season 2. but I'm sure they were never gonna make it that long. But we're gonna end it there. So thank you guys for watching. Comment below your thoughts about the season 1 finale and season 1 overall, and let's get into season 2. Bye.